Do it for the children.
Hello, good people. My name is Herman Logan. This is Herman Shade. Basically, this is going to be a channel. I started a little while back when I was on dialysis. Just basically chronicling my journey of working out, fitness, things of that nature, while being on dialysis and having kidney disease and other medical issues. So this is what this channel is going to be. Basically, it's going to be an overview of how I eat, how I meal prep, recipes, things of that nature, how I work out, programs I use and design, my medical issues as far as what medicines I take, how I take them, when I take them, all that good stuff. Basically, just wrapped into one. Issues of the day, things like that. It's going to be geared more to people that have a medical issue, such as hypertension, such as high blood sugar, low blood sugar, things of that nature, and other medical issues, kidney disease. But if you don't have any of these diseases, or you're on the borderline of having some of these diseases and things of that nature, this channel can help you, may help you be able to get some information that you may need, give you some motivation, and show you that you can do it, you can get through your issues, and you can maybe even reverse some of your issues. Now, I'm not a doctor or anything like that. I am starting to do personal training. I will be hopefully getting certified in the near future. Right now, I just help out people that ask for my help. But I currently had a transplant, which is great, back on the 1st of April. So this makes it 3 months that I am post-transplant for my kidney. And I'm so thankful and grateful for that. People that have had transplants or been on a transplant list know how aggravating and frustrating, as well as scary and anxious that you can be being on those lists. The person that gave me the kidney was a person that was living, but it wasn't a living donor necessarily. They were brain dead, unfortunately. And I just want to thank the family for donating their organs. I know if somebody else in that same hospital received one of the other kidneys, and they know who they are, and I've already talked to them and spoke with them. And again, I just want to thank them for giving me a second chance at life and more normal life, and I'm so appreciative and so thankful. So like I was saying, this is a channel that's going to be geared more towards the people that have those medical issues. But like I said, if you don't have those medical issues, that's perfectly fine. You can also follow along, show you how to track your macros and your food and things of that nature. Just a little backstory. Like I said, I have some videos that were recorded about 2 years ago, I want to say, 2.5 years ago. Unfortunately, I had been having a lot of issues, surgeries, medical things. Like it was just being on dialysis, things of that nature. It was hard to keep up with, unfortunately, and it was hard to document the way that I wanted to document. because of all the issues and the doctor's appointments and things of that nature. So now I'm in a little bit better of a position, I'll say, to be able to have the time to teach people and show people. A little overview of myself. I was diagnosed with diabetes back in 2004, 5, high school, end of high school, beginning of college, somewhere around that time. At that time, I had no idea how diabetes really worked. The truth is, I had a doctor. He was pretty good, and he gave me information, but he really never. Doctors are, they, for the most part, they want to keep you on medicines, and they want to keep you on the. There's no money in the cure. We all know that. So basically, I had very little information. As of then, I wasn't. I was in college. I was just doing my thing. Really didn't have much experience about diabetes. I mean, I had an aunt that had diabetes, but again, they were doing what they wanted to do. They were drinking sodas, eating cake, and just living life regularly. So I really had no point of a good, healthy relationship with the diabetic and their health and their food intake and things of that nature. So I was just going along, graduated college, and unfortunately, as some of you guys know, when you're out of college, I was on my parents' insurance at that time. When you get out of college, unfortunately, it stops. So I graduated college, and the insurance stopped. I needed money. I had bills to pay. I had food. I had rent. I had car payments, stuff like that. So I got a job, like anybody else. It wasn't any great jobs or anything, like stuff that could help me out, and especially in the area that I'm in is a more of a rural area. It's not a lot of opportunities, unfortunately. So I was just getting what I could get, working what I could work, and trying to survive. That's all. Insurance and my health, unfortunately, at that time was not number one on my priority list. I put everything else before my health, and unfortunately, it started coming to a head around 2016. That's the time I remember. I mean, I had some issues and some hospital stays and stuff in between that time, which let me know that I needed some help. Like I said, I didn't have any insurance, couldn't really afford any insurance at my jobs, and the insurance that they did have was pretty much non-existent. Right? There's no point of having the insurance and paying all that money for it if it barely covers anything, barely covers any prescriptions, anything. So, around 2016, things started coming to a head. I remember I woke up one morning and it was hard to see out of one eye, my left eye. I was a little bit nervous. I started seeing black spots, and I was wondering what's going on. At that time, unfortunately, I didn't have a job or anything. So there was this, I was on the internet just scouring, looking for maybe some help. I went to social services, of course, because I didn't have any children, and I wasn't qualifying age. I couldn't get any help. So I went online, started searching for stuff, and it was this place, I believe it's called Vision USA, I believe. I may not be 100% right, but there was this program that would help you get eye exams, which was amazing, for free. So I applied. After a few months, I was able to finally get a eye exam done. So I went to my local eye doctor. got the eye exam done. He looked and he said, "Sir, something's really seriously going on with your left eye. It's nothing that I can handle. I need to send you to a specialist." So he sent me to a specialist. I'm in Virginia. Virginia, South Boston. It's a small town near North Carolina. So I was sent to a specialist in Lynchburg, Virginia. Went to Lynchburg, Virginia. The doctor's name was Dr. Jathy. And I say her name because she was such an amazing doctor. If you're ever in the Lynchburg area and you have eye issues or need an eye doctor, I prescribe that you suggest that you go to her. She's an amazing doctor. The facility is amazing. They're very helpful, very kind people there, and I just love her. So she helped me out. I didn't have any insurance or anything at the time, but I had found a job. I had found a job. I'm getting ready to start in about a week or two, and I was letting them know that I can get my insurance started, but I know it's going to take a little while. So I got the job, got the insurance, and what she did is she worked with me. She basically just gave me like huge discounts on medicines and procedures, and just really helped me out so she can help save my eye. I let her know what was going on, and she worked with me. So we took a look at the eye, found out it was detaching and there was a lot of scar tissue, and we needed to get it fixed ASAP. So until my insurance kicked in, she did a couple procedures. One procedure, she had to stick a needle in my eye, like a real live needle. And I tell you, that was scary. But she did it in both eyes so it can slow down the bleeding and slow down the detachment of the corneas. Did that. Had a couple other surgeries done, like laser surgery, and then she let me go and wait until my insurance matured, so I can start using it until she'll bring me back to start the process of getting the surgery. So the time comes. Before I go to the eye doctor, I went to the regular doctor because I wanted to. Soon my insurance kicked in, I wanted to get checked out because back in 2014 was when I actually started working out. It was a friend of mine. She was very vocal and very influential in getting me to start to work out. She was very concerned about my health and very concerned about my well-being, and because of her, I got onto my weight loss journey. I started working out, just basic stuff, walking around the park, working out at home, doing squats, and push-ups, and stuff like that, until I got the confidence to start going to a gym. Now, in between this time, between 2014 and 2016, I lost a lot of weight. Ended up going to the gym and I ended up losing about 70, 80 pounds. 60, 70, between 60 and 80 pounds. It was around that amount. And I was excited. I had found a new love for working out. And unfortunately, 2016 hit. A lot of things in between that time hit as well. But I was just having a hard time in 2016. So I just wanted to get everything checked out. I wanted to get back to the working out, get back to my fitness, and get back to my health and my eating and everything. So I went to the doctor, got everything checked out. Come to find out, my sugar, of course, was sky high. My A1C, my blood pressure was at that time 210. I want to say it was 210 or 220. Over like 150, and they were like, no, we need to get you to the hospital. So I got enrolled in the hospital. They got that checked out, got that issue done. Once I got out the hospital, I was ready to hit the pavement running, get back to work out, getting back to doing the things that I needed to do. Went back to the eye doctor. She let me know what was going on. She said, hey, all we need is your doctor to fill this out. Giving me the right to have the surgery and saying I'm safe to have the surgery and everything like that. So went to the doctor. He denied. My A1C was high at the time. It was like 12.1, 12.2. It was pretty high at that time. So understandable the first time he denied it. And I told him, I said, Doc, this is very important. I need to get this filled. He said, well, once you get your sugar start coming down, I can go ahead and get it filled out and we can get you this surgery. So I said, okay. So I worked hard, got back to exercising, got back to eating right, and went back to the doctor a couple months later, checked my sugar, and it had came down. It was like 10, 11, something like that. It wasn't where it needed to be, because usually your A1C needs to be between 6.5, 7. Well, they want it under 7, basically. So I looked at the doctor and said, hey, I really need this surgery. So he said, until you get your numbers down. So a couple months later, I went back. This time it was a little bit lower, like 9. I'm like, hey, Doc. And he said, no. You're still not in target. But I'm like, doctor, this needs to be done as soon as possible. I understand. And he said he don't want to take any chances of losing the eye. And I was like, well, I'm kind of already losing the eye. So that's why the surgery is so important. Anyway, he denied me again. Unfortunately, I just started working out and kept trying to do the best that I can. It was around March 2017. I was taking a blood pressure medicine called Labetalol, and I had been taking it for a while. I had been taking it since 2016, and I hadn't had any issues. But this day, I woke up, and the back of my tongue felt funny. My tongue felt like it's swollen. So I went, got some warm water, some peroxide, and a little bit of salt, switched it around, gargled it, thinking maybe I had a little sore throat or something, and did that, and it still felt funny. It didn't feel right. And I was like, what's going on? Why does my throat feel this way? So I said, you know what, I'm going to go to work. After I come from work, still feeling like this, I'll see what's going on. And I started getting a little nervous. And I was like, I've never had this funny feeling in my throat like that before. And I was debating, should I go to work or should I go to the emergency? Check it out. So after about 10 minutes, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to just call out. It's an emergency. I'm going to go to the emergency. Went to the emergency room. I'm going to find out I had an allergic reaction to Labetalol, the blood pressure medicine. My throat was swelling up. I got EpiPen, and they did some tests and things of that nature. And they said that African Americans, unfortunately, it's a onset or like an onset issue where it doesn't happen right away. It could be years down the line before you have an allergic reaction. And almost 95 to 98% of African Americans that take that medicine have that reaction. So if you take Labetalol, please stop. Don't take it. And if your doctor prescribes it to you, ask them for something else. Went to the hospital, got that checked out. Spent a couple days in the hospital. At that point, we found out that my kidney function was about 20%. So it hadn't quite gotten to the worst, but it was about 20%. And that last, I would say, about a year and a half, I had been having swelling in my legs a lot. And I didn't know where it was coming from. I thought it was, I just needed to drink more water and work out more. That's where the swelling was coming from. Because I had it a couple times before then, back in the day, like 2013, 14. But it'll swell and then it'll go away the next day. So I didn't think any more about it. But around this time, it was starting to be consistently swollen. So that scared me. So I went and found out that my kidney function was down pretty low. So got out to the doctor. They said I need to see a nephrologist. I went back to work about a week later, week and a half later, something like that. And then I was helping a customer put something in her car, in their car. I think it was her, or whoever it was. I can't remember completely. But I remember what I was doing. I went to the back. I went to get, it was an air conditioner. I went to get the air conditioner. I was bringing it back to the front. And my legs just felt like stones. I was like, why is it so hard to walk? And I went to the restroom after I put the air conditioner in the car. Went to the restroom and looked, and my whole bottom half of my body was swollen, like everything. My feet, my legs, my knees, everything was swollen. And I mean swollen. So I went back to the doctor, spent another week in the hospital, and then the doctors came at that point and said your kidney function is now under 15. That within the 2-week period, it dropped from 20 to under 15. So with the nephrologist, once I got out and everything, and they told me, that's when they confirmed I had kidney disease. I needed to go on dialysis ASAP. A lot of people, they find out early that they have kidney disease, and they probably can, still live and work and stuff, and then go get on the transplant list, and you may be able to get a transplant before you actually need to ever do dialysis. But unfortunately, because mine was a severe case, basically I didn't know. I didn't know that all this was going on. So literally, I had to go get a port in my chest. You can see I've had it a couple times here. I had to get a port in my chest so we could start dialysis. And then later on down the line, I still have it, of course. You can't get rid of that. My fistula, you can see that. May not. But my fistula. And went to dialysis about a week into it. And then out of nowhere, I took a nap one day. And I woke up, and my vision was gone. All my vision. Like, my left eye was already real iffy. And then my right eye just went up. And I was so scared and so nervous. And I had my sister come and get the phone number for me and dial the phone number for me. And I called my doctor, my eye doctor. I told him it's an emergency. I don't know what happened. It literally just happened 5 minutes ago. I don't know what's going on. This is a Friday night. They say, all right, listen, come in tomorrow. Now, mind you, they're closed on Saturdays and Sundays. So, I go up to Lynchburg on Saturday morning, and the parking lot is empty, the building is empty. I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't know So we sit there for a little while, and this car pulls up. And the doctor gets out. It isn't Dr. Javi specifically, but he works there. And he comes, open the door, says, "Come on in." Me and my family goes in. Like on a Saturday, literally, they opened the whole center just for me. So they gave me an eye test, checked out everything, read my profile, all that good stuff. And basically what was going on is what was happening in my left eye was starting to happen to my right eye. Diabetes had started its path on me already. So I just kept, I was so scared. And they was like, "Well, listen, we need to have this surgery like now, like in the next couple of days. There ain't no way. Because if we don't, you'll lose your vision forever." So I went back to the doctor to see if I could get this letter signed again that he kept denying me. This time, he wasn't there. Meaning, he didn't practice there anymore. He had left. So I'm like, where am I supposed to find another doctor this short notice that can help me? So I searched around town, found a doctor that would see me and go ahead and sign the letter for me. So I got the letter signed, ended up having the surgery. I've had it on my right eye first because the left eye had been the longest. So we wanted to go ahead and get the right eye because we know we could get that done. So then I had the surgery on the right eye. A couple weeks later, I went in and then had surgery on the left eye. Now, unfortunately, I was able to get all my vision back in my left eye. Of course, I have to wear glasses. I'm not wearing them now because I'm not watching TV or nothing, so I'm just here. I can see pretty okay close up. As far back, it gets hard driving and stuff like that. But unfortunately, because it had been so long, that my left eye had, it couldn't be repaired. So she was able to stop the bleeding and keep it from going completely black and being completely blind in the eye. All I can see is shapes, but they're very, very blurry. I can see a little bit of color on my left eye, but I was able to save my right eye, which I'm so thankful for. And unfortunately, if I was able to just get the doctor to understand that, hey, I just need this done. I just need this just right on this piece of paper. I could have my vision in both eyes. And some days that does concern me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. It does. It does hurt a little bit because I just felt like it was really a drop of the ball on their part. But that's life. So, was doing dialysis since 2017. One other thing I was doing is working out. I wanted to get a kidney transplant because if you've ever been on dialysis, you just know how horrible it is. Some people enjoy it, and I can't knock them. But for me, I was a younger guy being on dialysis, and it was real hard for me to be just like, it was just hard. And then people can attest, when you're on dialysis, those dialysis days are pretty harsh on your body. You're super tired, you're super drained, you're on the machine, I was on the machine for 5 hours. It was just like mind-numbing, and it was definitely hard. It was hard to deal with. But I decided I wanted to be on the transplant list, so I found a couple transplant lists that I wanted to get on. One was Duke in North Carolina, and Duke University, and then the other one was Virginia Commonwealth University in Richmond, Virginia. So I applied to get on both of those. The first one was Duke. Went, got my testing, did all the good stuff, and I was approved. But I had to go through a lot, like especially with what's called like a fundraiser fund or something. Like they wanted me to do fundraisers. They wanted me to have a certain amount of money in the bank, and which is understandable for like travel and back and forth and dealing with all the stuff after a transplant. So all of that had to be verified, meaning I had to do. I did bake sales. I did promotion on social media and my Instagram. I did whatever I could do. I had a fish fry. I did whatever I could do to get that money, and I eventually got it. I was able to get approved, and I was told that your better chances are to go on two separate, as long as they're not considered in the same region, so on two separate transplant lists. So I went to VCU, and VCU was pretty cool because all they had to do was talk to Duke, and they had 99% of the information that they needed. Anything additional they needed, they had just bring me in. So did that, like I said, for a while. 2019, I found a little part-time job. I was working. I was doing dialysis. I was working out. I was working out every morning before dialysis. So I would work out. I would wake up at 4:45 every morning and work out. This was even on my off. These was on my off days as well as my dialysis days. I would work out before dialysis because after dialysis I didn't feel like it. Like I didn't feel like lifting. I tried it a couple times and it was just the worst feeling ever. Like so, I would work out before dialysis so I can get the workout in, and then afterwards I'll just relax for the day. So I did that for a while. Started losing some weight. Once that happened, I got back to. I was able to go back and get myself together as far as working out, things of that nature, and go ahead and start working back out, getting on those lists and things of that nature, so I could go ahead and try to find a kidney. I went to VCU as well. VCU was a lot easier because all I had to do was go to Duke and get all the information they needed. So it was around. So I worked out hard. I wanted to stay in shape for when the time came to get a kidney. I did get a call back in January 2019, I think it was. But the kidney ended up having issues. It was a infection or something with the kidney. So unfortunately we couldn't use it. So I had a friend of mine. This was about the end of March. I had a friend of mine that had a relative that unfortunately had an incident and they were brain dead. They called me and they said, "Hey, well, they messaged me. They said, I know you were looking for a kidney and all that good stuff because I have been promoting it a lot. Like I want people to try to go get tested and things of that nature. And I understand how frustrating it can be, especially in the black community, because we're so nervous about the whole organ donation thing that a lot of people will say, hey, I'll go get tested for you, all this, all that, and nothing ever comes of it. Now, I don't know if because they won't tell me if someone's getting tested or anything, so it may have been people out there actually getting tested, and I just didn't know. But anyway, they called me and they said, where you transplant listed at? I said at VCU, and in Duke. So the next day, I got a call from VCU saying, "Do you remember someone saying that they would like to give you a kidney?" I was like, "Hmm." And like I said, because there's such a stigma around it, and people say it all the time and give the lip service, I was like, I didn't take what they were saying serious. So I was like, I don't know. She was like, "You sure?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, I remember now. Yeah, I remember, blah, blah, blah told me and let me know what was going on." So she was like, "Yes, what we're going to do is we're going to test the kidney for you, and we're going to see if it's a match." I said, "Okay." So she said, "We'll call you back in a few hours." I waited a few hours. They called back, and they said, "We're still getting tested." So a few more hours went by, still getting tested. It was late at that point. So I cut my phone on as loud as it can go, just in case the call came through. Because once you get that call, you want to be ready to go. I had started packing a bag and everything, but I didn't fully pack it because I didn't want to get too excited. Like, I was anxious and nervous, but I didn't want to get too excited. So we packed the bag, everything. And then early that morning, I got a call and said, "We're still waiting." I was like, "Oh, goodness." So around 1:30 that afternoon, I got the call and they said, "Hey, it's a match. It's a perfect match." They gave me the info of as far as how it functioned, and the match for me and everything of that nature was one of the highest matches that I could get. So they told me to come on down. I came down to VCU. Got there around 3:30. It was a pretty quick process, actually. Because we was in a pandemic and quarantine, unfortunately I couldn't have any family, I couldn't have any friends around me, and this was the time that I needed it. Like, I really needed that support system. But everybody was still great over the phone, and FaceTiming and all that good stuff. They were video chatting. And it was amazing love and the pouring out of admiration. Because like I said, I wanted to be a motivation for other people, not just those with kidney disease or anything like that. Just everybody. Like, follow your dreams, follow your aspirations. Don't ever think you can't do something. Yes, it may be hard as hell, but don't ever think you can't do something. It may take a little bit longer to do it. So went in there. The process was quick. The second I walked in there, the nurse said, "Take your clothes off. We're going to weigh you. We're going to get blood work. We're going to get the IV. We're going to get all that." So we did all that in about 5:30-ish. We were down in pre-op. I was exhausted that day. Like, there was everything going on, the excitement, the rush, and stuff going through my head. And I was like, I was tired. So they was like, "We're going to give you a sedative to, just relax you. And then when you get inside the operating room, we'll give you, your anesthesia and all that good stuff." It was some good sedative. I was out. When they gave it to me, I was asleep. And I just remember waking back up in post-op, and laughing with my nurse. I don't know what we were laughing about and what was so funny. I was high. That's all it was. I was high. And so that went through, and this is the staple. They put some staples and stuff in me. This is where my kidney is at. You see the scar. I don't know if you can see it real well. But yeah, that scar, that's my consuelo, I call her, my kidney, my bean. So I was able to get that, and I do remember saying, "I got a kidney." I kept saying that to myself, like, "I got a kidney. Like, it was amazing. Like, it was just so amazing to me. Like, when I got out of post-op, I just kept saying it. I got a kidney. So the next day, I was up. Like, I was hurting. Don't get me wrong. But they were trying to force me to get up. and stuff like that because they wanted you to. And like I said, I was in pretty good shape because I had been working out, um, doing everything up until almost a little before, like 2 weeks before, because I actually had PD for home dialysis, but unfortunately I was having issues and reactions, and it didn't work out, so I had to get that surgery done, to get that taken out, and get the aneurysms on my fistula, and get another port put in. All that was done in one surgery, and that was literally the week before I had surgery for for my kidney transplant. It's like when stuff happened to me, it all happens at one time. So got that done, and then had the surgery, and then like I said, after the surgery, I was up, trying to walk, trying to sit in the seat upright. I was kind of almost walking by myself within the day. Within the next day, I was walking by myself, basically. Was able to start cleaning myself. I was still, like I said, I was still in pain, but because I was taking care of my body, I was able to recover a lot quicker. So they started putting me on my medicines and my anti-rejection medicines and things of that nature. Those who've had a transplant wouldn't know what anti-rejection medicine is. It's basically the medicine that keeps your body from attacking your organ. So when you get a new organ, it's a foreign object in your body. Your body's going to look at it as the enemy. So it's going to attack it. It's going to try to kill it, basically, destroy it. The anti-rejection medicine, what it does is lowers your immune system, suppresses it, so that it's not strong enough to attack that kidney or that organ that you have in your body, and it can survive. But I'm vulnerable to a lot of things like the coronavirus. I'm vulnerable to a cold. I'm vulnerable to pneumonia. I'm vulnerable to a lot of things because my immune system is suppressed because of the medicines I'm taking. And the thing is, those medicines are for the rest of my life. So I have to take those every day. Right now, I'm on those twice a day, morning and night. I'll show you which kinds I'm on and how I take them and organize them, all that good stuff. But yeah, about a month and a half, the first month and a half was pretty, it was pretty hard. It was really hard, as a matter of fact. But I was able to get through it. And about a month and a half after my transplant, I was up walking and like trying to work out a little bit more, walking up and down the steps, walking outside, up and down the street. It was hard. I remember the first time I actually like walked up and down the street. I came home and I was like, whew, and I would lay down and slept for about 2-3 hours. That's how tired I was. But I just kept at it, kept doing what I could do, little by little. I didn't try to rush anything, didn't try to force anything. And then finally my gym opened back up in June. And man, oh man, you talk about happy and hurt at the same time. I was so happy my gym was back open. And I've been hitting it hard ever since. But I tell you, my gains, man, I'm not no bodybuilder or anything like that, but I kind of, that's a goal. But with my workout, I was like 330, 340 with my squat. That's that, like, I'm having a hard time at 185. I did hit 265, I want to say, about a week ago. But I know I have a long way. Same with my deadlift. My deadlift, I was working on hard at that time before my transplant, and I was up to like 310. About 410 with my deadlift, my max. Now I'm struggling, like I said, struggling with 225. But I did hit like 275 the other day. I'm really not trying to max out or anything. Like I said, taking my time. But I do want to gauge where I'm at, how I'm feeling, and things of that nature. So I try to figure that out. With my bench, like I said, I was at 260. But I'm staying around 135. I'm not really rushing with it because I do a lot of other chest movements. I've never been a big fan of bench press. So anyway, but I've been back at the gym. I'm feeling good. I have a doctor's appointment again in a couple of days with VCU to check my vitals and my blood work and make sure my creatine, sugar levels, and all that good stuff is in check. And hopefully they'll start spreading a little more time through. Right now it's about a month, so they'll be spreading a little bit more time between my visits, so I don't have to come see them as much. That means you're doing well. I've been drinking a lot more water. I love water. That was one thing I really missed by being on dialysis was my water restriction. I can drink as much water as I want, even though I have to go to the bathroom 13 times a night. But I'm happy to do so. I'll do it over and over again. I don't care. And yeah, so now I'm working towards continuing to motivate people. And not just people with kidney disease or other diseases, just everybody, like regular people. And this is what I want this channel to be, about everyday issues, about medical issues, about food, about anything to make you feel better mentally, anything that can help you feel better and help you just be a better person for yourself, not for anybody else or because someone else thinks you should be. It's for yourself. It's to give you that strength, that therapy that you need. And I just want to be able to motivate people and show them that just because you may have a disease or may have a health issue, it may keep you, it may slow you down, but it can't stop you. Nothing can stop you. The only thing that can stop you is yourself. Your mind is one of the strongest muscles you have in your body. Your mind can make your body do things that you wouldn't even imagine. And that's what I'm here to show you guys. And I just want y'all to be, I'm not trying to be this Instagram or YouTube guy that's all the muscles and, hey, get my program and you'll be able to be just like me. No, I'm going to show you guys how real life is, what we really go through, and how we really have difficulties, and just how you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I always say that. You know, tough times don't last, tough people do. So hopefully you guys continue to watch. Go watch some of my older videos. Not the greatest quality or anything like that, but this is the greatest quality either. But it's a start, so I'm not upset. Go watch the other videos, like the channel, subscribe to the channel. Just check out for content. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get it up as I'm gonna try to get on a schedule so I can have something up like every week or every couple of days or something like that. And once I be able to get that schedule and get that set up, we're gonna be a go. But I can't wait for you guys to get into the channel and we get into the thick of things and just have a good time. And this is Herman's Head. Hope y'all have a good one.